Satan knows God is of purer eyes than to behold evil. And Satan, having been in the holy mountain of God, he knows nobody can ascend the holy mountain of God if they are defiled. And he knows there are conditions for you to get there. And Satan knows when he defiles you, you cannot ascend into the holy mountain. It was defilement when he was found to have iniquity. The Bible says he fell from the presence of God. And to confirm that fact, Psalm 24 and verse 3, who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? We can all come for Kesha, but there is a condition for you to enter Zion. You must have clean hands. You must have a pure heart. You must not be defiled. And Satan knows to keep you from Zion, he defiles you. The Bible, if you read Psalm 51, says David confessed. He asked for forgiveness, but David did not stop there. Psalm 51 and verse 11, he told God, cast me not away from your presence. You can be in church tonight, but you're not in Zion. Why? Why does the devil have a problem with you ascending into Zion? Because the devil knows Zion is critical for your destiny. In the presence of God is where the government of God is. In Zion, you have an innumerable company of angels. Angelic ministration happens when you can access the holy mountain of God. You can be on earth and you have a need on earth. The only time you will get angelic help is if you're able to break through and get into Zion. In Zion, you have access to the blood of sprinkling. You have access to Jesus, the mediator. In Zion, you have access to supernatural wisdom, spiritual wisdom. In Zion, you have access to supernatural favor or grace. In Zion, you have access to supernatural power. The devil knows any man that can access Zion does not depend on human abilities. We may be on earth, but those who access Zion, they know I operate by godly wisdom. I operate by backing from Zion. So when you are going to argue with men, you don't argue with the knowledge you got from Harvard Business School. You argue with knowledge from above. And therefore you become unstoppable. No demon sent against you can stop you. That is why the devil does not want you to ascend into Zion. Because when you ascend into Zion, every spiritual resource you need is in Zion. Zion even has its own money. You cannot lack rent if you can access Zion. So what can the devil do? He ensures he defiles you. You come, you sing, you throw your legs up, but you cannot get into Zion. What? Defiled. Who can ascend the hill of the Lord? David knew, my goodness, I can be forgiven. But if I'm still defiled, I can be forgiven. But if I don't address the defiler, I'll be cast from the presence. And if I'm away from the presence, I'm away from the government. And if you're away from the government, you're operating by your power. And if you're operating by your power, the devil will play football with you. Show me a man that did exploits in the Bible, and I'll show you a man that had access to Zion. Daniel, 10 times wiser. Where did it come from? Zion. When Pharaoh confronted Joseph, he said, where shall we find such a man who has the Spirit of God in him? Accessor of Zion, Joseph. And then you want to operate with the wisdom you got from University of Nairobi or from KMTC. My goodness. You don't know the ones you're dealing with have satanic wisdom. Unless you're 10 times wiser, they will beat you 10 times. So every time you see defilement, please understand what is being fought. It's not a joke. It's not a small matter. The devil knows where he fell from. You cannot ascend into Zion when you're defiled, because the King of Zion, he's of purer eyes than to behold evil.